Okay, hello. As you probably know, the there was a new PV for Super Robot Steady that came out last night, and this is take two of me recording it because my recording software lost the audio, so I get to do it again, which is good because I screwed something up last time. Turn that down a little bit more. It's actually quite loud. Okay, so last time I tried to go a lot into this kind of thing, and then the English PV came out like 2 days later and blew it all away, so I'm not going to do that this time. This is talking about the story and stuff, so let's just jump ahead a little bit. Okay, so we've got Betterman Lamia here. This is his super form from Hakayo. I'm kind of disappointed that it doesn't seem like we're going to get Nebula, but since they're doing Hakayo, I can understand why. I just think Nebula looks like incredibly cool. This just looks like the animation for this looks really slick. Like it's not amazing or anything. It's just cool looking. So this dude is from Narrative, right? This is like some new Gundam derivative. I don't know. I don't care a lot about Narrative. Ray Earth, as you can see here, got this huge animation buff that looks amazing. So this is, I think this is from Knights of Magic, right? That looks really cool. I gotta look into that show. Like, I skipped it because it was like, oh, it's an isekai, I normally don't like those, but it looks really cool. And I have no idea what this is from, but it's, like, amazing. I love it. This animation doesn't look as slick as the previous one that they showed, but like it's still pretty slick, and the cut into the cockpit is nice, and the detailing in the close-up is also great. Something I kind of noticed is that the animations in this game are really long, which they sort of shied away from after Z2. Z2.1 in particular had really long animations, which people complained about. But in Z2 you couldn't speed up the game animations, so I think that since this is built on the VXT engine where you can, I don't think that will be a problem, because like having really long animations isn't a big deal, you can just speed them up. And you can see here, and you'll see Gridman Caliber later in the PV, it looks like Gridman's various forms are being like special attacks, which is probably the best way of doing it if they were specific forms that had become like really complicated really quickly. So let's get into the original content. So first of all, and this is super cool, Code Geass has now joined Mazinger and Getarobo in getting Super Robo's original content. So this is the Gekkoe, which is the unit that Lelouch and C2 used in Resurrection as like a mobile command center, where like they only had the top half because it was incomplete and wasn't properly armed. This is the Gekkoe Sui, or Sui? Sui? I think it's Sui since it's like the water country. Which is, it has legs, and it has weapons built into its legs, so I think we're going to get to see some good stuff out of this one. But, you know, only Getarobo and Mazinger have had that happen, so it's insanely cool that Code Geass, of all things, gets, like, Super Robo's original content. And here we have the, so we've been debating what the OP battleship is going to be, and I was guessing it was going to be like the Shin Dragon looking thing from Knights and Magic, but it looks like it's going to be this original unit, which looks really cool in the artwork. I don't really like its sprite that much, but I think, I mean, I'll live, like, it's certainly not bad. And I don't think it'll be as bad as the original capital ship from Z3.2 that everyone hated, and for good reason. Okay, so now we're getting into the game system stuff, and this is what I really wanted to talk to you about. So first of all, we're going over the mission system again, but this was pointed out to me by KT, who I did the OG's 1 skill tier list with, and we have other stuff going on. Gridman is here as the top ace, but with a score of 9, so it looks like they're going to show up super early, like Great Mazinger in T early, which I mean, cool, like get that straight out into the front row. The other thing that I noticed is this MXP, which I'm guessing is like Mission XP. I'm not sure if this is going to be a currency or if it's like a measure of renown, but we also have this, which looks like an overall power evaluation. I'll get back to that when I talk about pilot skills, because it's relevant to that. So this appears to be giving us some more insight into the free mission system. So you can see here, like, this is how many units you can deploy. This is the... I'm guessing this is like an overall estimation of the enemy power. So it's probably like, you know, here's your total power, here's the enemy's total power. Use that to decide if you want to take stuff on. Although, since the AI in Super Outlaws is pretty brain dead, you can probably punch well above your weight. This looks like the reward that you get from clearing. And this looks like your current stuff, not the stuff that's rewarded. And there's apparently a ranking system for clears as well. It also looks like some missions, some free missions, have conditions like this where I think requires you to use this unit. The PP skill system is carried over from VXT directly from the look of it, but I want to point out this pilot also has like an overall power indicator that's currently at 3900, and then when they buy V-Save in a minute, it jumps up to 4000. So I don't know if that's going to be used as like an aid for the player to say, here's about how good your guys are, or if it's going to be used as a limitation, like you need to deploy under this amount of power. And this system looks like it's taken directly from the Z3 VXT system, where you get like global upgrades. It's probably one thing per tier, but it's kind of hard to tell just from glancing at this. And now we're back into the animation stuff, although there is some stuff to talk about here as well. So here we have Banajo using the silver bullet, which is confirmed. People were theorizing about it, but here it is 100%. Rare looks so good in this game though. Oh yeah. So Can't Stop, which is the OP from Getorobo Daikessen, that has never been in Super Outlaws. It's listed as one of the OST DLC tracks, which is really cool. Yeah, so here's Caliber like also clearly being an attack, which I think is good. It's probably the best way of handling it. And Combattler has evolved from Super Outlaws Z. Oh, actually, was it in Z? I'm trying hard to remember. I know that it was in something more. I think it was in. It's been a while. So yeah, from here it's just talking about the stuff you get for pre-ordering. So I mean, I'm really looking forward to this. I think even if it turns out to be not so good, I think that the stuff that they're experimenting in will be good in the future. And they did mention that they're planning on ending OG's next game, so hopefully, without splitting attention to that over time, we can get back into a cycle where we have like another full Super Wars series, but it's on like a longer turnaround time, because VXT, the 1 year turnaround time really hurt them. X especially was really damaged by that, I think. other than that, I have pre-ordered this, so I will be streaming it day one, or like as day one as I can manage on Australian internet. I'm really hoping that they let us preload the game, because otherwise I'm going to be a bit behind, but that's okay. And let's pause it there on the list. So I'll just give a bit of an update about what I'm doing. I've got 2 assessments that are due that are worth like a lot. And I need to do those before I get back to streaming. So my plan is to like finish Gotcha Force and then I'll go back to playing OG2. I probably won't finish that before 30 comes out, so I'll probably like alternate between them so that I don't get super mad about the localization patch for OGs. Yeah, I think that's everything that there was to go over. So, yeah, like the video if you did, and I will see you guys next time.